Hello, everybody. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live in the city of Memphis, state of Tennessee, in the county of Shedd. And today's date, February the 2nd, 2015, early Monday morning, February the 2nd, 2015. And the time is 1:25 a.m. And I'm going to date today's video with yesterday's date, which would be Sunday, February 1st, 2015. I want to first say thank you to all my fans and my supporters for your continued encouragement and the support. And as always, I always keep my fans, my supporters informed that I continue to keep myself employed in a company right here in the city of Memphis, state of Tennessee, in the county of Shelby, called Ameripride, right there on the corner of Vance Avenue and Walnut Street. I'm continuing to further my education at Monroe College online, pursuing my associate's degree, studying business administration with a concentration in marketing. And excuse me. And as I informed all my fans, my supporters on my video yesterday, that my attorney, who I give a big shout out to, the Hewlett Law Firm, right downtown on Jefferson, and they've been doing an outstanding job, and they was able to get the pictures that I had took back here in November 2014, and in fact, I ended up getting never mind, I messed around, put them on the other side, kind of sitting over there. But as you know, I'm gonna upload the pictures anyway. But I showed all my fans, my support, each and every one picture that One Sound Studio had emailed my attorney. Yeah, they emailed this past week. But those not all the pictures, man. Those not all the pictures. I took more pictures. Matter of fact, that blue dress outfit I had on, and I had another dress outfit on, some burgundy pants, some burgundy dress slacks, with dress shoes, and a dress shirt. I took some pictures on the inside. You know what I'm saying? I took some pictures on the inside. I ain't even seen none of them pictures. So that's how, they ain't seen all the pictures. And then I still don't have my video from when I was in the booth. So One Sound Studio haven't even given me everything. And then I still paid them to have my music mixed and mastered. I paid them for that. So they sitting over there my video, listening to the music and listening to my lyrics. Them my lyrics, I put them lyrics on the music. So, but my attorney is on the job, and I'm still working on getting my music video from One Sound Studio. From that dude named Lou, and his Wicked Film coming, whatever. But my attorney is on top of that. So very, I'm gonna keep all my fans, my supporters informed and updated. So move the chair around. Got a desktop right here. Got the laptop. And we got Wikipedia on the desktop. We got Bing on the laptop. So we finna go right back into African traditional religion, West African traditional religion, and we're gonna start with the National Open University of Nigeria's online courseware, and I encourage everybody that's listening, seek information about furthering your education at an institution of higher learning in sub-Saharan Africa, and because there are many schools you go to, in addition to the National Open University of Nigeria, there are many institutions of higher learning in sub-Saharan Africa, and so seek the information. And now let's get to the National Open University of Nigeria online courseware. And And also, all my fans, my support, I will be uploading those pictures that I showed on my video, on my video yesterday. I will be uploading those pictures to my Facebook page, my Twitter page, MySpace page, and Instagram page, and before the end of this week. So, keep it, keep yourself aware, and you will be seeing those pictures on my social page, on my social media page. So now, the National Open University of Nigeria online courseware material, starting with the School of Arts and Social Sciences. Now, like I said, when we be talking about African traditional religion, West African traditional religion, on this online courseware, it's a lot of material, it's a lot of information. Excuse me. It's a lot of information on here about Hebrew religion, Judeo Christian religion, and the Islamic religion. Now, a lot of people, they'll try to get in contact with these schools because they saw the information there. But what you need to remember is that you have people that are Afro-Asiatic, you have people that are Nilo-Saharan, and you have people that are Niger-Congo. They don't speak the same language, and they don't have the same culture. Because if they did, you're going to be hearing about the conflicts that you're hearing on the African continent and around the world. So when people present when they publicize their culture, and then you of another culture. See, when you see Judeo, Christian, Islamic, that's Afro-Asiatic. That's Afro-Asiatic. Then you had the Nilo-Saharan. Then myself and all the rest of us in the Western Hemisphere and around the world. Niger-Congo. See, North Volta, South Volta, West African, Bantu. The culture that you see, that's not your culture. See, they think they'll throw all these words out there, religion. See, we went over religio a few months ago. It's on the video, so you can watch the video and got the book back here. Dr. Adawu, and about the many definitions of religion. And when you see all this on the online courseware, or when you seek information about attending school and another institution of higher learning in sub-Saharan Africa, that's what you need to keep in mind. That you have people who are Afro-Asiatic, you have people who are Nilo-Saharan, you have people who are Niger-Congo. Cultures are different. Because when you talk about the people that are Afro-Asiatic, you had the Egyptian, you had the Chadic, you had the Cushite, you had the Omatic, you have the Berber, who else? And the Semites. They are all Afro-Asiatic. Then you have all the Nilo-Saharans. That's the reason why you have the problems over there in Nigeria right now. Because you got an Afro-Asiatic group having a conflict with a Nilo-Saharan group. Then all the Niger-Congo that are in Nigeria are on the sidelines, but could possibly get sucked in. So when you see all this Judeo-Christian, Islamic, not to assume that that applies to you. So see, that's how it's been presented. It's been presented as if it's for everybody. But when you see everybody on the planet, everybody's culture is not the same. See, religion and society. See, that's the reason why society. CTA 001, Introduction to the Study of Religion. CTA 003, Introduction to Philosophy. CTA 009, Philosophy of Religion. CTA 043, okay. Introduction to Phonetics and Phonology. FRE 022, Introduction to Linguistics 1, LIN 111, and Introduction to Linguistics 2, LIN 112. Introduction to Sociology, CSS 111. Introduction to Psychology, CSS 121. Types of Theology, CTH 122. Introduction to Philosophy, CTH 131. Introduction to African Traditional Religion, CTH 192. And Dr. Joseph Owensay Awolelu, read his essay. I got it right there. Read his essay. He has already explained about saying African, about saying traditional, and about saying religion. Introduction to the Study of Religion, CTH 173. And also Dr. John S. M.D. has also made it clear about saying African, by saying traditional, by saying religion. Introduction to the Study of Religion, CTA 173. Religion and Society, CTH 151. Comparative Studies of Religion, CTH 202. Philosophy of Religion, CTH 233. Introduction to Phonetics and Phonology. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, of English. ENG 241. Language and Society, ENG 251. Introduction to Sociology 1, NSS 217. Sociology of Religion, CTA 352. Introduction to Semantics, ENG 331. Introduction to Applied Linguistics, ENG 351. Introduction to Social Linguistics, ENG 355. African Traditional Religion and Culture, CTA 491. Religious Dialogue, CTA 704. Systematic Theology, CTA 705, 721. Pastoral Theology, CTA 722. Then you got New Testament Theology, CTA 724. Theology of African Traditional Religion, CTA 792. Now, that was the School of Arts and Social Sciences, National Open University of Nigeria, School of Arts and Social Sciences, but they also have School of Science and Technology, School of Agricultural Sciences, School of Education, School of Law, School of Management Sciences, for all those that for all those listening, seek information about attending an institution of higher learning such as the National Open University of Nigeria and other institutions of higher learning in sub-Saharan Africa. And like we was talking about, when you talk about different cultures and things in there, the Afro-Asiatics, the Nilo-Saharans, the Niger-Congos, and be the Khoisan, the Austronesians. See, we don't never leave out the secret society, the Freemasons, and their influence on religion. See, when you read the Bible and then you turn around and read the Quran, see all that Freemasonry in the Bible, then they turn around and put it in the Quran. So the Freemasonry is in the Quran, it's in the Islam. And then you want to talk about your handwriting. You want to draw a line that's holy, that's sacred. We consecrate that and all this. It's divine. God told us, you understand, that we his chosen people and all this. So right now, we're gonna go back. We're gonna continue African traditional religion, West African traditional religion. We go into the languages of Africa, starting with the Afro-Asiatic. Then we're gonna go to the Nilo-Saharan. Then we're gonna talk about the Court saying click consonants and the Austronesians. And then once we get through, past that, then we have the Niger Congo A and B. The Afro-Asiatic branch consists of the Berber, the Chadic, the Cushitic, the Egyptian, the Omotic, and the Semitic. We're gonna start with the Semitic. The Semitic languages stretch across Western Asia, North Africa, the Horn of Africa, and it consists of the Arabic language, the Amharic language, the Hebrew language, Tyrrhenian language, and the Aramaic. So we're gonna start with the Hebrew. The Canaanite language are a subfamily of the Semitic language, and the Canaanites, including the Israelites, the Phoenicians, the Amorites, Ammonites, Moabites, and Edomites. The Phoenician is extinct. The Punic is extinct because the Punic is a dialect of the Phoenician. The Hebrew is the Ammonite is extinct. The Moabite is extinct. Edomite is extinct. Biblical Hebrew is extinct. Tiberian Hebrew, Mizrahi Hebrew, Yemenite Hebrew, the Sephardi Hebrew, Ashkenazi Hebrew, Mishnaic Hebrew, Medieval Hebrew, Hashkali Hebrew, Modern Hebrew, Israeli Hebrew, Ancient Samaritan Hebrew, and Samaritan Hebrew. Now we're going to go to the Arabic. Arabic is a Central Semitic language. And Arabic usually designates three main variants: Classical Arabic, Modern Standard Arabic, and Colloquial Dialectical Arabic. Now we're going to go to Amharic. Amharic is a Semitic language spoken in Ethiopia. It is the working language of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. It said the Amharic is written from left to right using the Amharic Fidel, which grew out of the Ge'ez Abogida. And we already know that for the Rastafarians down in Jamaica, we know that the Jamaicans, based on the Atlantic slave trade, the West African slave trade, and the Atlantic slave trade, that the people who were taken from Africa to Jamaica were Bantu, because how do we know that? We know because the historical record tells us that the first Africans that were brought enslaved to the Western Hemisphere were brought to Hispaniola, which is modern day Haiti and Dominican Republic. Then some more Africans got sent to Cuba. Then after they got sent to Cuba, they got sent to Jamaica. And then they got sent to Brazil and other places, so on and so forth. Honduras, and countries in Central America. But the point is this: the people that are in Jamaica, not Afro-Asiatic, the people that's in Jamaica are Bantu. But you're gonna start an Amharic study circle because an Afro-Asiatic Ethiopian, who's the emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie I, his name is titled Rastafari. You're going to start teaching some kind of man-made religion called the Rastafarians because of Pan-Africanism. Haile Selassie visited Jamaica in 1966. So the people that are in Jamaica are Bantu. And throughout the Caribbean, Bantu. In Cuba, Bantu. In Hispaniola, modern day Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Bantu. Even the state of Florida, right here in the United States of America, when they brought the slave from Africa, what do the historical record tell you about in it was during the late 1500s, they brought the Bantu slave to the state of Florida in the late 1500s to the state of Florida. So if there's going to be a study circle, it needs to be a West African Bantu study circle in Jamaica, throughout the Western Hemisphere. Tigrinya. Tigrinya is an Afro-Asiatic language belonging to the Semitic family. Tigrinya was one of Eritrea's official languages during the short-lived federation with Ethiopia. 1958 was replaced with the southern Ethiopian language Amharic prior to its annexation. Eritrea's independence in 1991. Tigrinya retained the status of working language in the country, the only state in the world today to award Tigrinya recognition on a national level. Aramaic is a family of languages and dialects belonging to the Semitic family. The history of Aramaic is broken down into three broad periods: Old Aramaic, Middle Aramaic, and Modern Aramaic. Now we're going to go to Old Madic language. The Old Madic language are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic family, spoken in southwestern Ethiopia. North and South Old Madic branches are universally recognized. Then we go to Egyptian. Egyptian is the oldest known language of Egypt and a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family. Scholars group the Egyptian language into six major chronological divisions: Archaic Egyptian language, Old Egyptian language, Middle Egyptian language, Late Egyptian language, Demotic Egyptian language, and Coptic Egyptian language. The Cushitic language are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family, spoken primarily in the Horn of Africa, Somalia, Eritrea, Djibouti, and Ethiopia, as well as the Nile Valley, Sudan and Egypt, and parts of the African Great Lakes region, Tanzania and Kenya. The Cushitic language are considered to include the following branches: Bay, North Cushitic, Central Cushitic, Aga, Highland East Cushitic, Sidamic, Lowland East Cushitic, Dalay, and South Cushitic. The Chadic language are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family. It's and classified the language into the four groups which have been accepted in all subsequent literature. West Chadic, two branches: A, the Hasse, Ron, Bodi, and Angus language; B, the Badi, Waja, and Zar language; the Biu, Madare, Central Chadic, three branches which include: A, the Bure, Kanwi, and Bete; B, the Bedume and Musgu; and C, Gadar. East Chadic, two branches: A, the Tumac, Nansiri, and Kire language; B, the Angliad, Makulu, and Socorro, and Maysay. The Berber languages or dialects are found in similar and closely related language and dialects indigenous to North Africa. Berber constitutes a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family. It said Berber speaking people speak one of six major varieties of Berber: the Shilhit, Kabyle, Atlas, the Mazak, Rifia, Shawi, and Tuareg. But we just went up, that was the Afro-Asiatic language. Now we're going to the Nilo-Saharan. The Nilo-Saharan are a proposed family of African languages spoken by some 50 million people. upper parts of the Chara and Nile rivers between historic Nubia, north where two tributaries of the Nile meet, from Algeria to Benin west, from Libya to the Democratic Republic of the Congo in the center, and from Egypt to Tanzania in the east. The major languages within the Nilo-Saharan language are Luo, Dulo language of the Luo, Kenya's third largest ethnic after the Niger Congo, Kikuyu, and Luye, Kanuri, including Kanimbu, Sanghe, mostly Zame, spread along the Niger River in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, Tiso, related to the Maasai, the Nubian, Nubare, if Aringe, low Nubares include Kalinga, such as Nanda and Pokat, Lango, and Luo language. Dinka, Maasai, Ngambe, Maasai, Acholi is another Luo language, just like Lango. Lango is a Luo language. Nuer and Fur and Tugu. Tugu has two main dialects, Tizage and Tidage. This, so we just did, first we started with the Afro-Asiatic, then we started out with Olivia, with the Nilo-Saharans. Then you have me sitting here doing what my instructor told me to do. And now with, like I said, the Khoi San group. You know, they speak their language. So now, and the Austronesians, then that way we can go right to the Niger Congo. class 7, we're going on the Niger Congo language. Now, the Niger Congo languages, subgroups, and normal speakers. Now, the Niger Congo language, South Volta, North Volta, Bantu, Bantu of the side, Bantu of the East Benue Congo, West Benue Congo, and Quake, North Volta, Kru, Sinofo, Gur, Assassin. Now that's South Volta, we're on the North Volta. Now, the Niger Congo language subgroups and number of speakers. The Quarterford branch, the Quarterford branch, the Mandi branch, Bambare, Jule, Manike, Mandinka, Susu, the Atlantic branch, Full, Native branch, Dogon, Dogon, Ajor, Azon, and then, okay, Volta, Congo languages. Now, Kru, Gur, which is more Mosi, Sinufo, Sibare, Mamre, there's Mamare, Mamare, Subyare, Sinufo, Anamamwe, Ubangi group, Inchibaka, Sango, Zandi. Now we're in the South Volta. Starting with Quay, Akan, Ashanti, Iwi, Bali, Fawn, Kadami, Ani, West Benue, Congo, Yaruba, Edo, Igbo, Luke, Adome, East Benu Congo, Plateau Group, Kaji, Biron, Tank Rock. Then you have Cross River, Abibo, Efik. Then you have your Northern, Bantor, Decor, Mamalord, Tinkeroy, Jeroy. Then you have Tia and Ecord. Then we go to Bantuland, Bidi, Thang, Lingale, Gikuyu, Gambe, Gusi, Miru, Sukume, Inyamwizi, Swahili, Gogo, Katube, Luande, Mbandu, Congo, Congo, Yaka, Ganda, Chiga, Inyankori, Soge, Heye, Luyi, Luyaya, how to pronounce it, Nanda, Rwanda, Rundi, Lube, Sangi, Tange, Inyakusi, Ingandi, Inyanje, Tambuke, Tambuke, Sine, Mukau, Yao, Ngulu, Mukandi, Mukandi, Irira, Mbandu, Shane, Indau, North, South, Tiswane, Pida, South, Soto, Tiswane, South Indibili, Loza, Zulu, Jose, North Indibili, Swazi, Tunge, Tiswe, Range, Chopa, and Binde. It's all Niger, Congo, A and B. We're gonna continue to go over the East African slave trade and the West African slave trade, the Arab slave trade, East African slave trade, West African slave trade, Atlantic slave trade. the slave trade, East African slave trade, the Arab slave trade, which included the Horn of Africa. We know that the Bantu slave being sold in slavery in Ethiopia and in Somalia. And that the Bantu was referred to by the Arabs as Zanj, Z-A-N-J, Zanj. And that they were sent, that's just not just in the Horn of Africa, but we want to make sure we don't leave it out, because that was a slave trader. He was a Swahili, and he was based on the island of Zanzibar. And the slave trader name is Tipu Tip. And he was a slave trader, and he didn't die. He lived very long. He didn't die until the early 1900s for with malaria. And okay, trying to look. Okay, that's the East African slave trade. We're gonna go over on the West African slave, Atlantic slave trade. The Atlantic slave trade. The Portuguese were the first to engage in the New World slave trade in the 16th century, and others soon followed. We be talking about the West African slave trade, the Atlantic slave trade. We don't forget to leave out the pirates. Don't forget about the pirates, because the pirates captured some of these ships with the slaves on. we still on the West African slave trade, Atlantic slave trade. I was going up and down. I was scrolling up and down, and it said the Atlantic slave trade is customarily divided into two eras known as the first and second Atlantic slaves, Atlantic system. Then they talk about the triangular trade. The first side of the triangle was the export of goods from Europe to Africa. Then the second leg of the triangle exported enslaved Africans across the Atlantic Ocean to the Americas and the Caribbean islands. Then the third and final part of the triangle was the return of goods to Europe from the Americas. Then we talk about the slave market regions. There were 8 principal areas used by Europeans to buy and ship slaves to the Western Hemisphere. No enslaved people sold to the New World varied throughout the slave trade. Senegal and the Gambia, 4.8%. Upper Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea and Sierra Leone, 4.1%. Windward Coast, Liberia and Cote d'Ivoire, 1.8%. Gold Coast, Ghana, and east of Cote d'Ivoire, 10.4%. Bita Benin, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria, west of the Niger Delta, 20.2%. Bita Biafra, Nigeria, east of the Niger Delta, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon, 14.6%. West Central Africa, Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Angola, 39.4%. Southeastern Africa, Mozambique, and Madagascar, 4.7%. Then we're going to go down here to the ethnic groups. The different ethnic groups brought to the America closely correspond to the region of heaviest activity in the slave trade. Over 45 distinct ethnic groups were taken to America during the trade of the 45 to 10 most prominent. According to slave documentation of the era, the Bakongo, number 1, of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola. Number 2, the Mandi of Upper Guinea. Number 3, the Jibi speakers of Togo, Ghana, and Benin, Aja, Mina, Iwi, Fon. Number 4, the Akan of Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. Number 5, the Wolo of Senegal and the Gambia. Number 6, the Igbo of southeastern Nigeria. Number 7, Mbundu of Angola, includes both Mbundu and Ogbundu. Number 8, the Yoruba of southwestern Nigeria. Number 9, the Chambe of Cameroon. Number 10, the Macau of Mozambique. Now, this is what we were talking about. When you scroll down where it says European competition, it talks about the trade of enslaved Africans in the Atlantic has its origin in the exploration of the Portuguese mariners down the coast of West Africa in the 15th century. Before that, contact with African slave market was made to ransom Portuguese who had been captured by the intense North African Barbary pirate attacks on Portuguese ships and coastal villages, frequently leaving them to depopulate. The first Europeans to use enslaved Africans in a new world were the Spaniards, who sought Algeria for their conquest expedition, and laborers on islands such as Cuba and Hispaniola. It said that the first enslaved Africans arrived in Hispaniola in 1501. Hispaniola is modern day Haiti and Dominican Republic. It says here a New World destination. The first slaves to arrive as part of the labor force in the New World reached the island of Hispaniola, now Haiti and the Dominican Republic, in 1502. Cuba received its first 4 slaves in 1513. Now listen to this, Jamaica. Jamaica received its first shipment of 4,000 slaves in 1518. How you gonna see slaves? How you gonna have a slave come over in 1518 to Jamaica? But you wanna have an Amharic study group. What you gonna do that for? What you gonna, Afro-Asiatic over here in the Western Hemisphere. Check the historical record. I just read it. Where it talked about the regions where the people came from. It talked about the 39.4% came from the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Republic of Congo and Angola. 50 enslaved exports to Honduras and Guatemala. Honduras and Guatemala. In 1526, watch this, the state of Florida. It said the first enslaved Africans to reach what would become the United States arrived in January 1526 as part of a Spanish attempt to colonize South Carolina near Jamestown. It says the enslaved people revolted and joined a nearby Native American tribe, while the Spanish abandoned the colony altogether. Colombia received its first enslaved people in 1533. El Salvador, Costa Rica, and Florida began their stints in the slave trade in 1541, 1563, and 1581, respectively. The 17th century saw an increase in shipment with Africans arriving in the English colony of Jamestown, Virginia in 1619. Now, because of the slave trade, we know that Jamestown, Virginia, make sure you go right back on there. 17th century saw an increase in ships with Africans arriving in the English colony of Jamestown, Virginia in 1619. They were classified as indentured servants and freed after 7 years. We talk about the slave trade. We talk about the Underground Railroad. We talk about the people that live in Canada, the African Canadians. We know that there was no slave ship that came to the nation of Canada. All the African Canadians came from the United States of America through the Underground Railroad and through, sources, efforts of that nature. But there was no ship. There was no ship directly or indirectly that brought slaves from Africa to Canada. So when we talk about uh, slavery, the East African slave trade, the Arab slave trade, we talk about the Atlantic slave trade, which is the West African slave trade. There was a time when it came that slavery was outlawed by the United States of America, 1807 to 1808. The Slave Trade Act of 1807 Act ended the legality of all international slave trade with the U.S., with the United States. It said, Article 1, Section 9 of the United States Constitution protected the slave trade for 20 years. Only starting January 1st, 1808, could laws become effective to end the slave trade. And for that reason, when we were talking about the Gulf of Mexico, we were talking about Veracruz, Mexico. They were bringing slaves from Africa, Galveston, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, the state of Mississippi, and the Biloxi, Mississippi, and there's another place, but the state of Mississippi down the Gulf of Mexico, Mobile, Alabama, and the state of Florida on the Gulf. So, all the West African Bantu were being brought over. So the people know that when Africans were being brought over, they know that the Africans who were brought over were West African and Bantu. So all of us here today who are descended from ancestors, heritage worth, West African and Bantu. That's what myself and all of us in the Western Hemisphere, we're West African We're Bantu. Before I close the video, show a map, the languages of Africa, which is the Kor, the San, the Click consonant speaking, the Austronesians on the island of Madagascar, the Afro-Asiatics, uh, such as over there in Somalia, the ones that's over there in Somalia, the Kushniks, was their terrorist group, Al-Shabaab, there were some Americans, came from the United States of America, and they had their terrorist attack at the mall. Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility. And this map here shows the Niger Sahara, and it shows the Niger Congo. And then this map here shows Bantu land. Bantu. Languages of Africa. Afro-Asiatic. The Afro-Asiatics. The Nilo-Saharan. The Nilo-Saharan. The Nilo-Saharan. Niger Congo, A and B, Niger Congo, the Niger Congo, North Volta and South Volta. Then you have your other primary branches, the Kordofan, Mandi, Atlantic, and Dogon. All right, this is a linguistics map of Nigeria. It's another map of Nigeria. It's another map, Niger Congo of Nigeria. So again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. Live in the city of Memphis, the state of Tennessee, in the county of Shelby. And I thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. And as you know, my attorney, the Hewlett Law Firm, they working on getting all my other pictures, a booth video, get my music mixed and mastered by One Sound Studio. And they also gonna get my music video from Logan and his Wicked Film Company. So big shout out to the Hewlett Law Firm. And again, I want to thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. I'll continue to work on my entertainment and my music interest. I'm writing, writing my lyrics, working on that. And I'm continue to stay in school, continue to keep myself employed too. So, we're gonna continue to talk about African traditional religion, West African traditional religion. And for all those listening, try to get in contact with the schools, institutes of higher learning in sub-Saharan Africa, so you can go to school. Till my next video, take care of yourself and I wish each and every one of you the very best.